Hello and welcome to another episode of Roach Koach, the new metal podcast you deserve. My name is Lauren Kozlowski. With me, as always, the original Roach Rider, Mr. Matt Nas.
Keep it rolling, baby.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen, back with you, back for another episode of Roach Koach. This week, it is all about who's tweeting.
Who's tweeting?
That's right, we're going over feedback, we're going over questions, we're going over new metal news, so much more, all happening on the Koach. This week, Matt, I love something where I'm making the rundown. I'm putting it all together to send to you. And then like minutes before, we get a DM.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And this one came directly to me, my personal DM. This came to us from listener Steven. And with the caption, I guess this person believes in ghosts.
Who believes in ghosts?
Who believes in ghosts? That's right. Over at Rockfeed, their headline, Korn frontman Jonathan Davis to investigate the paranormal on Ghost Adventures. Korn frontman Jonathan Davis is stepping into the unknown. He'll join the Ghost Adventures crew as a special guest investigator on this week's episode, airing Wednesday, April 30th at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Discovery Channel. I am not familiar with Ghost Adventures. Based on the photo here of Jonathan Davis, it looks like he's mean mugging in a night vision camera.
It sure does.
It looks like he is not afraid of ghosts. He is not concerned about ghosts. At the same time, I'm not surprised that Jonathan Davis would be a pro-ghost person. Honestly, I mean, a lot of people that are pro-ghosts. I work with people that are pro-ghosts. Listen, people are very pro-ghosts. Matt, are you pro-ghosts?
Oh, I don't know if I've ever expressed my opinion on ghosts. In the paranormal sense, not necessarily. Do I believe that people have energy? I do, in that sense. So if entropy leaves some energy behind and you can feel something, I would say that it's possible. I would say that I'm not pro-ghost. Oh, I know for sure. But I would say I'm ghost agnostic. I cannot neither confirm nor deny the existence of ghosts. But I would say that I am definitely a demon person. Demons are real.
Demons are real.
100% real.
All right, so you believe in demons. Okay, so you believe in possession.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Right. Okay,
ghosts,
so Matt.
Spirits, little kludgy for me. Demons, 1,000,000%.
All right, Matt. So, okay, so demons, you're all in. So Exorcist, you're like documentary.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is real as it gets.
Real as it gets. Okay, interesting. All right. Okay. So somebody called you and said, I can't come into work today. I'm possessed by a demon. You'd be like, I understand. I'll see you tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to be like, let me call a priest. Call that priest right away. Let me get him over there because I need some reports.
There he goes. All right. Do you believe? Okay, Matt. All right. So demons, yes. Ghosts, no. Do you believe that a house could be possessed by a demon? Not a haunting, like a ghost, but like the house itself has a demon in it.
I believe a place can be cursed.
Okay.
But I don't believe that a demon could possess a home.
Okay. It's got to be in a person.
Yeah, I believe that has. But I believe that a place can just be bad. Like, don't go there.
Okay. So. Oh, you mean like a cigar bar?
Yeah. I believe that every cigar bar is totally, like, negative. Like, you should not go there.
It's such a bad vibe in a cigar bar. I can't explain it. It's so nuts how bad the vibes in a cigar bar are. It's crazy. You go in, you immediately got to get out. You immediately reek as if you've bathed in smoke. And also, no matter how old you are, okay? If you're 20 years old and you go in, everyone's 20 years older than you. If you go in when you're 40, everyone's 20 years older than you. If you wander into one and you're 70 years old, everyone is 20 years older than you. If you wander into one for some reason at 90 years old, everyone is 20 years older than you, or it's just full of corpses, okay? but is always a 20-year age jump.
But it's corpses that love talking about Monte Cristos.
Oh, they've all got fedoras on. Okay, it's a bunch of skeletons in fedoras. All right, and
Impeccably dressed.
oh, they are the most
All driving crooners. Every single one.
every single one. Listen, the entire parking lot is just Buicks. Okay, all the way, all the way.
Skylarks as far as the eye can see.
As far as I can see, all driven by skeletons who love cigars. Well, there we go. Interesting information there. Honestly, not so much about Korn, but definitely about Matt Nas. I appreciated that. So thank you so much, Stephen, for sending that over there. Matt, let's go into a new segment. It's called Who's Giving Feedback?
Who is giving feedback?
So, Matt, you had me take part in a little blind ranking here on the show a few weeks ago.
Oh, I sure did.
You had me blind rank 5 nu metal albums. I didn't know what they were. I had to just pick the ranks as you threw them at me.
Correct.
If anyone remembers, my ranking was impeccable and perfect. And Matt, you posted it up on the internet for other people to enjoy my perfect, unfallible opinion.
You know how I know that it was infallible? Is
Unfallible
that
and
in and unfallible is that when you finished, you said perfect, laughed, and everybody laughed because you were truly being as serious as a person could be.
Absolutely.
And not just playing a fun little game.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely right. So we posted it up and we received some fun comments. Some people just wanted to tell us what their ranking would be, even though it doesn't work because they know, like, it's a blind ranking. Mm-hmm. So someone named Greg said Deftones, Slipknot, Korn, SOAD, and Limp. Okay, fair enough. Then Tyler said SOAD, Korn, Slipknot, double space. Deftones and Limp Bizkit suck.
Oh.
Whoa.
Coming in hot.
Okay. Then Aaron said, nope, Tyler, just you.
Oh.
Uh-oh, getting heated. Tyler comes back. Nope, Aaron. People with taste in music don't care for the Deftones or Limp Bizkit. Durst is a raging asshole, and Chino just sucks. I've listened to every Deftones album multiple times, and it's the most boring, plain rock created.
What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life?
I love that this guy's, I hate Deftones so much. I mean, Chino, he just sucks. All right? And I'm going to listen to every Deftones album multiple times so I know for sure. I'm ready. If I'm at a street corner and someone wanders up to me and says, Deftones, yeah or nay? I'm ready. I'm ready to say nay. I know the deep cuts. I know it all. I'm going to say it. I think he's actually a fan of the Deftones.
I think so too.
I think he is.
Because why are you spending this much time with them? It's obvious that you like the girl.
Think about this, Matt. Think about this, Matt. Middle of the pandemic. You can't see your loved ones, your friends. You're separated. Your time is just spent alone to do with what you will. And then all of a sudden, it's announced. Deftones, Ohms.
Right.
You hate them. And you're
so
like,
much.
I can't wait to listen to this on a fucking loop so I know. Listening to Genesis just seething. Hysterical.
Or do you think it's a Howard Stern situation where fans listen for 20 minutes and people who hate him listen for 3 hours?
Good point. He's got a list. He's writing down all the things he dislikes, and then I'm going to listen to this 5 more times and 5 more things that I hate.
Yeah. I mean, thanks for coming. Thanks for playing. I love it, but also very confusing. There's a lot of music out there. Move on to something else.
Yeah.
I've listened to every single album multiple times. It's I don't like bananas, but it's all I eat. Why?
Listen, I can't take meatloaf, but I have it every week just because in case something's changed. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he keeps hearing us people walk around and go, around the fur. What a life changer. And he's, no. But then he's like, maybe they're onto something. I'll give it another go. Maybe he's more open-minded than we realize.
I will say this, and now having multiple videos on Facebook kind of pop and encountering new types of comments on Facebook, saying that you've listened to them all and don't like them is just preventative care. It's
Mm.
just, please don't tell me to listen to Around the Fur. I've listened to it and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Please don't tell me to listen to No Yoken. I've listened to it. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's
Right.
basically saying there isn't any song by this band I like.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll
Yeah.
tell you, our good friend Otis B. Driftwood, who just casually was like, Chino's the worst singer of all time. Hundreds of comments. You haven't listened to this song. Because when you like something, that's what you want to do. You want to connect with other people who like that song. And I love that about people. But when you see it in patterns, it's, wow, we all do this? This is what everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Holy cow.
Matt, we had a comment from Shaggy who said absolute fucking garbage, clown emoji, and then pointing finger up emoji. I think
Middle finger up.
middle is that a middle finger?
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
know. Oh, okay, middle finger up. So I think they were talking about my opinion.
Mhm.
And so I responded with a sweating smiling emoji. Thanks, Shaggy.
Oh, but did you see what I did?
No, I didn't see what you did, Matt.
I gave it a care.
Oh, well, thank you, Matt. I appreciate that.
Because here's the thing. I wasn't expecting you to respond, but like when something's completely out of pocket like that, as long as it's not like attacking 100%, that's
Right.
like borderline. This is a clown opinion, whatever. That's not, of all the name calling, I can deal with that one the most. The second that you get personal, that's when we'll just block you. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
We don't need that in our lives.
Yeah.
But like that one where it's just like they're trying to get an answer,
Mhm.
or they're trying to get a retort, instant care. I would give it, because I would just let them sit with, I see you and I see you hurting.
I see you. You get a big hug. You get a
You're
big hug.
okay, man. It's
Mhm.
fine.
It's okay.
Everybody's fine. Nobody
Yeah.
gives a shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. Michael said no regrets. And then he listed his favorites, which was Around the Fur, Iowa, Follow the Leader, Significant Other, Toxicity. Okay. Destin said perfect. And if you don't agree, you're probably 17. Okay. All right. But then Ryan said, well, Destin, or have good taste in music because Toxicity is miles above the rest, and I do enjoy the rest of them. Ooh, interesting pivot there. Toxicity, miles better than them. So we're using a distance, not distance as a measurement here.
Yep.
And but also they're still a fan. They're still a fan.
Yeah.
There's a miles of difference, but he still drives that whole road.
Write their whole catalog.
Yep. Now Varden said easy. I throw these all in the trash and get a real list. Okay, so it sounds like you don't like any of this type of music. Don't know why you're here, but okay. Maybe the algorithm threw this to you because you actually clicked the Nookie video at 3 o'clock in the morning and bob your head to it because you actually love it. Welcome, Varden. 468 episodes to jig into. Let's see. A few other people just listed their favorites. Tyler just said agrees. Thank you,
Nice.
Tyler. Cody says was pretty freaking close. LOL. I swapped Slipknot and Deftones. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, a lot more listing. Adam said Deftones, Slipknot, the rest in the bin.
Ooh.
To which I said, Adam, are you from across the pond? The rest in the bin? Wow. Okay. Coming over from jolly old England to let us know they're not down with them.
I almost sent you this screenshot today because I delighted in it so much. And it said, this was to, I believe, Toomies?
Mm-hmm.
You had Corey beating David Dreamin.
Oh, David Dreamin?
Yes.
Listen,
You had Corey beating David Dreamin. Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
Not a chance. Not a chance. Wow. You know what though? I was with about 100,000 of those people at Pine Knob a couple years ago. So they're out there. But I've never, you know what? We've encountered a lot of different misspellings for David. David Dreamin.
Top shelf.
That is the best one.
By a lot.
David Dreamin. Amazing.
Dreaming about dreaming.
Dreaming about dreaming. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. Excellent work. Aaron commented on my video and said that a System album has no business here. Classic nu metal denialism. Sorry, they literally did a tour with Slipknot in the fall of 2001. You do not get more nu metal than that. Robert said no, which is a pretty fun reaction to me joyfully and jokingly ranking nu metal albums. So there we go. Let's see. Any other ones?
Well, it feels like we say all this to say this. Mm-hmm. I'm in the process of editing up all the Patreon members that wanted to play a little of this or that. And if anybody comes for you, we're going to come for them. Don't worry about it, baby. But I did give everybody kind of right of first refusal because sometimes it's, it's fun, but that juice ain't worth the squeeze. And I understand that as well. And plus, honestly, meeting everybody was awesome. It was such a delight to talk to everybody and see them face to face and kind of find out how they got in the show and everything along those lines. That truly that was really special for me, and I loved that. So more of that to come, but I wanted to make sure, and I shared this in our sweet little Patreon updates, but I want to make sure that I edit all the ones that I got before I get new people in. So if you're like, hey, I wanted to play some of those games, we're going to do it again. And if you're not on the Patreon, that's where you need to be able to sign up. You can sign up on any level, but it goes to the paid level first. And then if there's any spots left, they will go to the non-paid version. There we go. That's how that works. But either way, patreon.com/Roach Koach podcast. And that is where you can sign up for all those.
There you go. I got a couple other ones I want to hit, Matt, before we're done with this.
I love it.
Brett said LB is the worst thing to happen to nu metal. Sir, what? That's like saying spaghetti sauce is the worst thing to happen to spaghetti. What are we talking about here?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about here?
And it's obvious to me that there's a lot of albums you have not listened to.
You know what? Nu metal was doing great, Matt, until Limp Bizkit came along.
Just ruined everything.
I mean, you could almost argue that they kind of like tweaked the formula and made it like that. You could say like the Twin Towers. Listen
oh
to me.
Boy.
But
you okay?
The Twin Peaks.
Never forget.
Never forget the Twin Peaks of like nu metals, like Korn and Limp Bizkit in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Anyway, hysterical Brett. I love you. Thanks for watching the video. I like this one from ML. Rookie move, picking their popular Main Street albums when their debut albums, except Deftones, absolutely destroy these albums. I'm not sure what the rookie move is here as far as Matt randomly picking albums I did not know was coming, but okay. Thank you.
I love that. I love this. We had some feedback come through on a video that we just posted with Corey from New Louisville Loves Nu Metal. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about, underappreciated nu metal albums, deep cuts. And, everybody who's been on the show this show in particular has a familiarity with all those bands. Spineshank, Snot, 40 Below Summer. These are bands that are super familiar to people that are into a nu metal show, which I understand. But we're making this for the algorithm to reach out. And it's a little deeper than Korn and Limp Bizkit. Sorry that it doesn't pass your test.
You put it up there and everyone's, really?
Those?
Oh, pretty mainstream over there. God, don't we know it? Don't we know it? Ryan said that he would have responded the exact same. Thank you, Ryan. We're
nice, Ryan. Thank you.
I appreciate that very much. Juan said Deftones isn't nu metal. Chino said that himself. They're closer to prog.
I love it.
System of a Down is questionable to be lumped into that group as well. Their main vocalist is a fucking opera singer.
Yep, got it.
But then Ryan responded and said, Juan, actually, they were one of the pioneers of nu metal, and System of a Down, as much as you hate it, will always be clumped in with nu metal. This is very true. And I mean, I just got to say it. I love this idea that you're listening to Deftones. Perhaps you're listening to all their albums multiple times because you hate it, and you're thinking, "Yeah, this is real proggy." Anyway, what is genre? What is genre, Matt?
I don't know.
And finally, Matthew said, "LOL, WTF." You said it, buddy.
You said it, buddy.
Said it. So thank you so much for everybody who commented, even who said the mean stuff. A click. A view is a view. We'll take it all. And you can find more of that on our socials coming up. Matt.
Yeah, buddy.
We got to talk about it. We got about who's listing.
Who is listing?
Matt, we love a list. We received a list from many a Roach Rider and Indigo Angel in our DMs over on metalinjection.net. A new list. 10 greatest new metal performances of all time.
I like this. This is a list I would read.
I love the of all time. This is definitive. That means it will never change.
It's not ranked. It's just these 10 are the greatest, but there isn't a the greatest.
Yeah, they're the greatest. It's not ranked. Now, I will say that when I realized it wasn't ranked, my first reaction was to go, that's a coward move. But
it's kind of cowardly.
It is, but listen, they at least broke it down to 10, all right? They didn't do what Rachel used to say was a bullshit cop-out when you would go and do 15 or 22 or something like that. Someone, say me, may have done with a best of list once many years ago. Solid 10. Started off. This is written by Graham Hartman.
Oh, we know Graham.
We know Graham.
From Metal Injection.
That's right. There's no shortage of epic new metal concerts on YouTube, but these are the very best. We're talking peak Slipknot, peak Linkin Park, peak Korn, and more. From European festivals in the late 90s to killer live streams from the 2020s, these rank as the greatest new metal performances of all time. First, Slipknot, Download 2009.
Okay.
This was Slipknot at 100% power. The band's classic lineup absolutely devastated the 2009 Download Festival, headlining it for the first time following a monumental decade for the Iowa 9. You won't find a more brutal vocal performance from Corey Taylor or a better set list post All Hope Is Gone, or as he acronymed it, AHIG.
AHIG.
Yeah, so if you're hearing someone clearing their throat on the subway, in the street, in the store, they may be removing phlegm, or they may be saying the acronym for Slipknot's fourth album.
All Hope Is Gone.
Oh, are you? Yeah, psychosocial. That's how you make a friend. Matt, did you watch this? Did you watch this concert?
I haven't watched this one. I've seen and I'll have to find it. There's an Iowa concert from a festival in either Brazil or the Netherlands, and I know that they are truly worlds apart, but it is an amazing concert. The reckless abandon, because the thing with the 2009 mask is that his hair is very short in it. Mm-hmm. Like the All Hope Is Gone mask has that short hair Corey, whereas the Iowa mask had the dreads that he took full advantage of and added kind of that momentum to his movement that I really always enjoyed in watching the Slipknot set. So that has been my favorite so far, but I do have to admit that getting the first album, getting Iowa, and getting some of All Hope Is Gone all mixed in might provide the best overall Slipknot experience. But the visceralness of Iowa is kind of like, yeah, but all of this crushes.
That's where you live, Matt. That's where you live in the all fullness of Iowa. That's what.
Yeah, because they were still coming out to Sick, but then they would go into People Equal Shit, and it's this is nuts.
Also, the Iowa era, they don't have any slow songs yet.
No, there's no relief yet.
Yeah, until you get to Volume 3. So, but Volume 3 gives you duality. So
true. Yeah,
give it a take.
All right, let's hop to the next one.
System of a Down, Lowlands 2001. I love this description. Maybe not the best pure performance from System of a Down, but definitely the most fun. Just days before Toxicity hit shelves, SOAD arrived in Holland on an insanely hot day to prove that they were the future of nu metal. The next hour was both a perfect set and a comedy of errors. Darren Malakian beginning the show with We're on Drugs, randomly screaming between songs, his guitar short circuiting on multiple occasions. It all makes for an essential SOAD experience. I have seen this.
Me too.
And I don't recall this being good, but I'm glad that we're now thinking that it is.
Definitely a rose tinted glasses situation, because this, I would not say that System of a Down is a tremendously great live band.
We have been told by people that they are not good live. So
I have watched this. I watched their reunion. Well, I've never caught them peak of their powers, which I would say is probably that tour that they did 6 months after Toxicity was released. But I would say vocally what he's doing is incredibly difficult to do. And in this concert, when they are on, it's very good. Like, it is probably the best vocal renditions of all the songs that I've heard, because Serge has a tendency now to not half-ass it, but reserve his voice. Like, this was more him just, no, I just go for it. But Darren's guitar breaking during this is fully killing the vibe. And he's so angry about it that it's like, it makes me as a watcher anxious.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I don't know. This one seems like a. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like a rose tinted glasses situation here. You gotta get through some stuff. They have Deftones at Bizarre Festival 1998, where they say the new metal vibes are immaculate here. And this one, I watched a little bit of it. Yeah, this is also prime. They're also very unhinged here. They're really going for it, and it's also a real all killer no filler thing. Although, as I said, you can go to Deftones 1998, 2000, 2003, 2010, 2015. It's always all killer no filler. They're not doing dud shows. It just doesn't happen. It's never happened for me. Deftones are so consistently good. I feel like you could pull just about anything up and be like, this is great. So, okay. Next up, here we go. My number one, if I were to do a ranking. Limp Bizkit Lollapalooza 2021. Yeah, this set is so great. I still watch it to this day. If I'm ever like, I just want something nice to watch, I will watch segments of it. I mean, it's Limp Bizkit at Lolla, a dream come true, everything you wanted. It ends with the premiere of
Dad
Dad
Vibes.
Vibes.
Yep.
And basically letting us know we're months away from a new Limp Bizkit album. An incredible moment in my life. I love it so much. I don't think this can be rated highly enough. It's amazing. Fantastic. Well done.
It's a beautiful 360 moment for the band too. You can tell that they all appreciate it and are like shocked everybody's there still.
Yeah. And then they bring the heat. It's incredible. It's
Great set.
incredible.
Great set.
Korn Woodstock 99.
Yeah, it goes without saying.
Yeah, no shit.
Yep.
Yeah. You start this off and the first thing is like Slipknot at Download 2009 and you're like, okay, right? And you scroll and you're like, Korn Woodstock's on this, right? Woodstock's gonna be on this fucking list, right? Graham, right? And it is. He threw it down there to test you, to test your metal. METAL or METTLE. Either way, well done. Yes, Korn Woodstock 99's got to be on here.
Yeah.
Next up, Linkin Park Rock Am Ring 2004.
Wouldn't know.
Didn't watch this one, but as they pointed out, this is basically delivering the best of Hybrid Theory and Meteora to a hyped crowd.
I can see that.
I mean, listen, do I want to see like Linkin Park performing
Faint?
a thousand Suns songs? No, not really. No. But right now, 2004, all they've got behind them are 2 world beaters. And there we go. Perfect. Well done. Next up, Mudvayne, Ozfest 2001, Jones Beach, New York. This is a 15-minute clip on youtube.com. I can say that this is truly unhinged shit. This is what you want. This is the craziness. This is the type of thing that back in the day, you get the boys together and say, we're going to Ozfest. We're going to see some maniacs. That is what you get in this clip. And whenever some people, and I won't name names, say, Mudvayne, you sure about that? Watch this clip. Watch these maniacs in this clip, and you see legends being born. So, well done on that one. Much appreciated. Now, this is a newer one. Tala at Willow Glen State Penitentiary in 2020. This is a Hate 5-6 recording. And
I love the way they record. So
it's, yeah. And Graham described this as pure fucking fire. I watched a little bit of it. It's truly bananas. It's truly wacky. I want to take more time to actually watch the whole thing. I just did a skim and I was like, okay. And it made me realize that we haven't given Tala enough shine on this show. Those boys are going bananas. They're going crazy. And so, yeah, that one is well done. Enjoy that a lot. Maximum the Hormone. Metro. Is this Metro Rock or Met Rock? Met Rock 2015. It says Maximum the Hormone is such a force live. This is one of those videos you watch and immediately rue the day you didn't buy a ticket to Japan. Phenomenal performance, absolutely insane crowd. Everything that makes this band special is captured perfectly. What's up, people? I will say, skim this one too. The crowd, out of control. Out of control. The Maximum the Hormone fandom, the real
top.
the top. They're there. They're there. They'll do whatever they ask. If Maximum the Hormone was like, I need a sandwich, he's about to get 15,000 sandwiches. Okay? He's getting them all. And then he can go through and go, lettuce, don't want that one. Yes, here we go. Perfect roast beef. He's all set. It's amazing. It's incredible. Check it out. YouTube.com. Sevendust, Live and Loud, 1998. I'll read what Graham had to say. Raw fucking power. Thanks to the Live and Loud production team for going all out on Sevendust's debut video album. They went right into the pit, floated above the crowd, and got the most epic camera angles possible of each musician. The production and editing does everything humanly possible to match the energy of Sevendust's live show. It's really a slept-on masterpiece. Now, this was surreal to see, Matt, because I was like, what is this? And then I watched it and went, oh, I saw this. I saw this when it aired way back in the day on something late at night. And I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot all about this. I think it might have been how I heard about Sevendust for the first time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Surreal to watch. It's great. They sound great. I mean, it's the type of thing that, I mean, let me tell you, did I get the self-titled Sevendust record? Sure did. Did I buy Home as soon as I knew it existed? Sure did. So yeah, it definitely worked. It definitely worked. So yeah, Graham, thanks for digging that one up. Thanks for going in the internet streets, finding some stuff that had been washed away, brought it back to me. Appreciate it. And that's the list.
Love it. Love a list.
We love a list. And yeah, so keep on sending us those lists. We really do appreciate it. All right, Matt, we got to talk about who's emailing.
Who's emailing?
Matt, we got an email from Ryan Yeager. You want to read this one?
Sure. Subject is new metal doppelganger. I would read this email quickly. And here we go. Greetings, new metal overlords. I love listening every day, and I've really enjoyed the recent episode on Flymore. Then on this week's episode, you had another sound alike. So look out, Russian Corn and Australian Disturbed. Here comes Australian Limp Bizkit. Give a listen to a band called Undermine and their 2002 song, Rock Shit. To be fair, they don't always try to sound like Limp Bizkit and go pretty hard on many other songs, i.e. Revolt. Keep on rolling, baby. Australian accent that I did not do properly. P.S. Bring back Fancy Matt. Ooh.
Oh, Fancy Matt. Hello.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. So Fancy Matt, my understanding is that you've been MIA because your monocle budget just went away.
I have fallen upon tough times.
Oh my God.
But I do need to once again, please tone down the vulgarities.
Listen, Fancy Matt, it's tough out there right now. And these swears, they're the only thing that's keeping me afloat. All right. I need to
gotta go.
All right. See you fucking later, buddy.
See you fucking later.
See you fucking later. A thing people say all the time.
Classic departing.
Listen, when you're at a party and then someone's leaving, you just say, see you fucking later. It's a classic normal thing that everyone says, a normal colloquialism. Matt, I want to hear this song by Undermine. Rock shit.
Okay. Why do I feel like we've heard this before?
It's entirely possible we have.
Well, you know what? Let's hear it again.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep them hands down. Don't jump around. You just keep them hands down. Y'all look like clowns. Keep your hands down. Don't jump around on the ground. Fuck no, this is on the mind. Look me in the eye and lie, and then you'll die. You'll see I'll never cry, cause I'm about reprise. Surprise, suicidal inside, insane, yeah. Got a fucked up memory, round me round the twist. I'll be snapping fingers and busting your lips. Getting that hot, get the girlie on top between a thing until she screams on my cock. So when we rock shit, that's how we do it. Take the time and the money, putting it in the pen, throwing up my cash like it's ready to be burned. To me, children of Undermine, learn it. Rock shit, that's how we be doing it. Everything's in the pen, throwing up my cash so that money can be burned. To me, children of Undermine, learn it. Rock shit, that's how we be doing it. Everything's in the pen, throwing up my cash so that money can be burned. To me, children of Undermine, learn it. Burn it all and never stall as my body slams and bounces off the brick wall. Stand tall, full of pride, I resolve.
All right, Undermine. I see you.
Oh my! I gotta tell you, that is a real. This is a situation we always talk about. Oh, Korn, lock your doors. Chino, check your ring camera. In this case, it feels a little bit like they went to Wes Borland's neighborhood, but they accidentally broke into his neighbor. And it's almost, but then a little off. It's like he broke into, Was Borland's house,
Yes. Was not Borland.
Yeah. Is this Fred Durst's house? No,
I gotta see if you could see this cover.
All right. Oh, look at those little heads. Oh my. Oh,
that
wow.
is so 2000s.
Incredible. I enjoyed this a lot.
Me too.
I'm gonna hit you with a Jenny. I'd like to hear more.
Me too.
That much. I definitely enjoyed that. So Ryan, thank you so much for sending that over. And I'm not gonna attempt a Australian accent either.
We'll see you in the streets.
There we go. We got another email from John S. Bonnell.
Been a while.
Subject: earliest example of nu metalcore. Okay. All right. Hello, Roach Coach. It's been a while since I've recommended anything, and I know I've mentioned this band once already, but they have an album called Throwing Myself that was released in the late thick of it, March 13th, 2001, by the band Ludacris / Norma Jean. This album had a DJ / turntablist, plenty of screaming, very heavy bounce riffs, and even a hidden track, but molded into that metalcore sheen. This is much better than that very raw, albeit nu metal as fuck EP I recommended way back. The song I would play that gives a good balance of the two genres is Patiently Philadelphia IMO. I've been patiently waiting for it to be on a streaming service, which is now, although the hidden track is only on YouTube at the moment. Who knows? Maybe the nu metalcore tag is accurate, or it's not, but I'll let you decide that if you put it on the ever-increasing long list. Love what you guys do and the dedication to your craft. After all these years, keep on rolling, baby. You're nu metally and Roach Rider for life. John Espinel of the UK. John, thanks for reaching out. Glad you're doing well. I know that we've heard about Ludacris / Norma Jean before.
Absolutely.
And let's check this song out.
All right. This is Patiently Philadelphia.
It takes a minute to get there, but I do think it gets there. But it is right on that line. It is right on that line of nu metal core. But I do think it gets there, and it's definitely more nu metal than I think anything from Norma Jean.
Yeah.
But I do still have, and this is something. Listen, I've gone to doctors, I've talked to friends. I have this thing with Norma Jean where I'm just like, don't get it, don't understand it. And it's a me thing.
Not for you. It's just not for you.
Not for me. And listen, have I listened to every album multiple times?
Multiple times? I'm
No.
wondering.
No, I have not. No, I listened to, I think, an album, and I was like, sure, no.
Well, prepare
And-
to be flooded with Norma Jean songs you should be listening to.
Lauren, you just need to listen to these 17 songs, and then you'll get it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, that's every Fish fan I've ever met.
I had someone once tell me, Lauren, you don't get the Stones. Let me make you a 4-hour Stones playlist. And I listened to it on a drive from Pittsburgh to Detroit. And by the end of it, my opinion of the Rolling Stones was worse than it had been before. I was like, I never want to hear Mick Jagger's voice ever again. That's how I came out of it. I was like, I don't want to hear this guy ever again. Yeah, it was not good. So I'm just telling you, everybody, whenever you're trying, listen, we've all got our pet bands that we want people to be so into. But listen, if you throw a couple tracks and it doesn't catch, save yourself some pain.
Yeah.
And just realize it ain't going to happen for you and this person. All right? They're not going to connect to it. Okay? All right? Now, it's a tough lesson to learn. Okay?
It's a hard one.
Hard one to learn. I'm speaking
Because we want to connect with people.
We do.
On things that we like.
Exactly. But you're going to have that feeling where you're going to say something like, hey, Ashley Woolsey, here's 4 more 1975 songs. What do you think? And then she will come back and say the nastiest shit you ever fucking heard about the 1975. And then you're like, I did this to myself. So I'm putting this out to you as a lesson, as someone who's gone through it themselves. Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
And do a podcast for 9 years that focuses on a genre that they maligned for years and then come out the other side going, actually, there's a lot of good stuff here.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
I'm a rare fucking bird. I'm telling you
are.
right now.
Yeah. Your foliage cannot be found anywhere else in nature.
No.
Absolutely not. Well, thank you so much, John, for the recommendation, the Roach recommendation. Much appreciated. I mean, you know what? You think we should?
One more thing before we move on.
Yeah.
If you're out there going, Lauren doesn't like the Stones, please accept that as probably the most Lauren thing I've ever heard. That's like textbook. That's, if I were to, please write a eulogy for Lauren. He didn't like the Rolling Stones, and that's all you need to know.
Listen, I'm a Beatles boy. All right, I'm a Beatles boy. That's just how it is.
I will tell you this before we move on. I am starting to get into the Stones now, free from the shackles of other people's Stone fandom. Because I grew up with the Beatles, loved the Beatles, and my dad liked the Stones, and I was like, I hate them. And then my teenage to like mid-20s, early 30s, I was like, the Who's where it's at. And then I kind of was like 17 years where I really didn't listen to a ton of any of that. And now I'm kind of like, I can see I like this. I'm okay with this. But it's like on my terms instead of somebody else's.
Sometimes you have to go on your own terms because people have been trying to get all of us into Bob Dylan for a long time. And then when I finally went there on my own, and I was like, okay, here I'm meeting Dylan on my own terms, and it's working out much better for sure.
Right.
But I think we can ultimately agree that the best band ever is Van Halen, Roth era. All right. Anyway, Matt.
I was making this because Moss Tequila. It's me, the red.
Well, Matt, you're
the
Van
Red
Hager.
Rocker.
You're Van Hager. I'm Van Roth, and that's just how it's gonna go.
That's how it is, my
Matt,
buddy.
We got a new segment, Matt. Take it away.
We sure do. You know, we're always looking for new segments for Who's Tweeting. And last week, Lauren and I had a little bit of what I like to call a creative jam.
Yeah.
And we came up with a new segment that's called Ask the Dean. Because if you didn't know, during Roach Coach, I get to talk to the Dean of Nu Metal. And what am I doing? Not testing his knowledge and gaining more knowledge for our listeners.
Right.
So I will be bringing questions, queries, clarifications that need to be made to the Dean of Nu Metal to see if he can help us out. And this week, we need to ask the Dean about a concert. This concert has 4 bands on it.
Yes.
And the answer is, okay, so we're going to find out who's on the bill.
Yeah.
And then I really need to know, because I'm an old, when should I show up to this concert? Should I show up just for the headliner, or should I show up earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Sound fair?
Sounds fair, Matt.
Here's your headliner.
Okay.
Thornhill.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
Here's your opening bands from first listed to the band that would be right before Thornhill.
Okay.
So your opener. So if doors are at 7:15, these guys are hitting the stage. Ocean Grove.
Okay.
Probably playing for 25 minutes. Hopefully they have the same back line for all these bands. So then 8 o'clock, let's say, 8:15, Banks Arcade comes
Wait,
on.
Matt, when's Thornhill going on? 11:30?
This is good. This is fine. It's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
We're fine.
All right.
They play for 25 minutes. It's now 8:40. 9 o'clock, a Void comes on.
Mm.
And then after a Void, at 10 o'clock, it's Thornhill.
They get 45 minutes. Okay.
They play for 2 hours.
They've been 2 hours. Midnight, you go home. Wow, Matt. What a lineup of new we have here. Okay.
Yes.
So first off, Ocean Grove. These boys are touring a new record, came out last year. It's a pretty heavy rocker. I've listened to it once. I enjoy it a lot. I also enjoy Ocean Grove in general. I am a little surprised. This tells me what I know about how this all lines up, because I look at this and I go, shouldn't Ocean Grove be headlining this based on their history? And I thought they were the most popular. For some reason, whatever, they're opening. I would say, just in the case of this, definitely get there early for Ocean Grove. They're going to rock your face, because those boys they have it all, Matt. They've got pit activators. They've also got party starters. Okay. They got songs where it's like, them hands in the air, get you hyped. If this is what's warming up the audience for Thornhill, that audience is going to be warm. It's going to be warm. Now, next up, Banks Arcade.
Yeah.
Matt, I dipped into Banks Arcade. I checked them out. And I got to tell you, this is a pretty interesting case of like, almost, I think so, perhaps.
Okay.
I listened to it, and the whole time I was like, almost, maybe. I kept waiting. They get a little too like, we've got Bring Me the Horizon at home. But then, like, vocally, the vocalist is like going for it a little bit more. He's really reaching, and it doesn't seem like he's singing songs about the encroaching technological apocalypse. He's more dealing with like personal shit, which I did appreciate. I didn't love it. I didn't love it as much as Ocean Grove. Ocean Grove to me feels much more ready to do it. And Banks Arcade feels like sea legs. We're getting our sea legs. So
Okay.
I could see you could post up for Banks Arcade, but I think they're figuring it out. But if someone said, hey, do you want to go to the merch table? Hey, do you want to go get some drinks? You know, you wouldn't be out on line there. All right. Avoid. Checked out Avoid. Matt, Avoid. Do not avoid. Avoid. Avoid are rocking. All right, Matt? Avoid are here to fucking do the
So
damn.
on May 5th, Saturday, May 3rd, 2025, they're playing the Loving Touch in downtown Ferndale. Very close to where I am. It is a $20 all ages show. The doors are at 6 p.m.
Oh, shit. Well, that makes sense. There
Yep.
we go. You got it. Listen, Matt, we've been talking about these bands. We haven't played a single track. You got to pull up Avoid, and you got to play the song If It Hurts. This is their new song. Just came out in January.
All right. If It Hurts by Avoid. Here we go.
I say goodbye to you. Only thing that you cause made a mess out of everything. And I don't care if it hurts. You kept on making it worse. Another memory burned away.
All right.
It's not
All
the
right.
heaviest, but it's hooky, it's poppy, it's what you want in a build up to Thornhill. And also, I heard this one. I went back, I listened to their 22 record, and these guys are locked in. They're locked in. They're waiting. They're waiting for their moment. And I'm going to say it right now. If you're there and you see a void open for Thornhill in 2 years, and a void is taking over the world, you can turn to somebody and go, you know, I saw these guys at the Loving Touch for $20. No way. I can't even get a ticket now. I don't even know how to see them. I'm going to have to stand at the fence and just sit there and try to hear a song. I don't even know. I'm just hearing stories about how good they are. You saw them for $20? Unbelievable. You will be that person. You'll be a legend to this person in line at, I don't know, the local Euro place. Anyway, I'm just saying. Get there now. Get there now.
What
Be
a
a day
story.
one. Be a day one for a void. All right? I'm putting it out there. And then finally, Thornhill's going to go up there. New Thornhill record. It's another rocker from Thornhill. That's all they do. It's how they do it. They're refining the sound. They're figuring out. They're doing the damn thing. I am a little surprised the Loving Touch seems a little small, but once again, be there now. $20. This may be the last time. This may be the last time before they start playing them bigger rooms. And then if you're not ready with the pre-sale codes, you're not ready, you're gonna be with that other guy at the fence, holding that chain link with your fingies.
Let me get in there.
Can I get in there?
I love it.
Yeah. So
your advice on this show is don't miss a moment.
don't miss a moment. But if you have to go, here's the thing: if you get there and you rock the fuck out to Ocean Grove, and then you get a tummy ache and you got to go use the bathroom for half an hour, and you miss a little bit of Banks Arcade, you'll be okay because you get back out there for a void, and then do it up. So yeah, there you go. And Matt's telling you $20 ticks, $20 ticks to see future legends. You'd be a fool to miss it.
I love it.
There you go, Matt. I think really for this Ask the Dean segment, maybe we should open it up to
I think so.
people. Maybe what we'll start doing is throwing up questions on the Instagram, on the Patreon, have people throw them at us, and then we can come in and
I think that's the tack I would love to take.
I think that's what we'll do.
Oh, cool. New comment from Dylan Hadley.
Yes.
Your list is absolute garbage, Lauren.
Ooh, thanks, Dylan. Well, you know what? I made it up as Matt told me it. It was blind ranking, so that's part of the fun. And you know what? Let me go check out your podcast and see how you're
Let's see how that goes.
I'm gonna see it. Check it. So thanks, Dylan. Much appreciated. Clicks of views. View.
Yep.
Matt, there's only one way to close out an episode of Roach Coach, and that is with Stupid F and Matt's new core for old heads.
Ooh, my head.
Did that guy get hit in the head with a brick in like a 1920s movie?
Yeah, what I think would happen to me is that I was doing it and got half distracted.
Okay. Fair enough. Makes sense. Matt, who?
Because I was trying to pull up the list.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. Matt, who are we listening to this week?
This week, get yourself ready. Last week, we had Silly Goose. This week, we have Hollow Construct with It's a Sickness.
Matt, Matt, this honestly, this felt a little bit like if you took the comments to my video and set it to music. That's what it felt like to me. A little bit. I really liked when he was just like, I'm just clearing my throat right now. I'm going to say the acronym to All Hope Is Gone. I enjoyed that. Completely unhinged, completely insane.
Completely.
I mean, you
Love
could
it.
tell me that song is 2 minutes long. You could tell me that song is 11 minutes long. I would believe you either way. Incredible stuff. How'd you feel about that one?
I love a song that makes me feel like I've had a rough start snowboarding and then I'm being chased by an avalanche. It is impending doom the whole way through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is I would say that you can either be on the lift and then all of a sudden someone's abominable snowman's ripping people's limbs off. You know, this checks out. It's that kind of day. Yeah, this is really quite something. Really, really quite something. What's the name again? Hollow Construct. It's from is this from a split EP called It's a Sickness / I'm Glad You're Uncomfortable? I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are.
Love it.
Incredible stuff. Matt, you did it once again. Well done with this list.
Well done, Matt.
We'll continue on. We're getting close to the end of this list.
I know, I can't believe it.
I know, right? Wild. So thank you so much for that. And believe it or not, that brings us to the end of another episode of Roach Koach. Thank you so much for listening. Keep on saying hello to us online. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Blue Sky. We're on all those. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/Roach Koach podcast. You can watch the live stream of these Who's Tweeting episodes, as well as submit questions and get perks. And also be there. Talk about ground floor. Be there on the ground floor for our new series that we're going to be debuting pretty soon. It's so exciting.
Oh, what's going to happen?
What's going to happen, Matt?
This episode's about to end, but if you were a member of the Patreon, you're going to be here after the episode ends. We're going to go through some comments that we got during the show. And old broken fridge Nos might not be able to control his mouth.
He might lose his mind. So definitely head on to the Patreon, patreon.com/Roach Koach podcast. Become a patron. Get all these extra perks. It's super fun and super worth it. And of course, you can always send us an email, roachcoachpodcast@gmail.com. And until next time, Matt, thank you.
Lauren, thank you.